Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Welcome back to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and I'm always joined with my wonderful co-host,
Henderson.
Henderson today.
Yeah.
No other name?
No.
No? Can I give you a name?
No.
I'm going to give you the name Reverend today. Reverend Henderson. No? That's a good name. All right. Well, everyone, we are glad you all have joined us again for another week of the Holistic Cannabis Show. We're going to have a lot of information today, so stay tuned. Kick your feet up, like I always say. You know, grab your food, grab your leftover Thanksgiving. All right. And we're going to let Mr. Henderson give you all the outlets of how to watch the show today.
Statusnetwork.net into your browser. Look for the Holistic Cannabis Show. You're on Instagram and Facebook, manifesttv.status, Twitter, status_network_, Amazon Fire Stick and Roku, Status Network, Manifest TV, YouTube, Manifest TV. Look for the Holistic Cannabis Show.
That's right.
You want to call in, you can call it at 470-251-4647. We're going to take your phone call right here.
That's it. All right, so we have some events that happened this past week, and we missed everyone last week, so we're back, and we want to say happy birthday to all of the November birthdays, okay? So if you had a birthday in November, we want you to give us a call at the show and tell us it was your birthday. All right, so big shouts out to Miss Jill Lindsay. Happy 50th birthday.
Norma Terry had her birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. And Miss
Norma.
Happy birthday. All right. Cutie pie. Our cutie pie. All right. And so we also have some other birthdays, and pull those up for you.
My grandma's birthday was this month, Dolores.
My dad's birthday was this month.
Yeah,
Mr. Edwin Hicks.
Carla's birthday.
Carla.
Happy birthday, Carla.
Yes, happy birthday.
Looking like your mama.
I know, right? All right, so there was Patience. Happy birthday, Patience. And Miss Marlene Stoker, my grandma. It was actually her birthday this month as well. And Sonia Smith. Cousin, happy birthday. You had a birthday this month. And Miss Shay Rose, wonderful sister-in-law. So there was a lot of birthdays for November this month that we forgot to shout you out, but we did not want the month to end without giving you all your happy birthday wishes. So we hope you all had a wonderful birthday and turn up for the November birthdays, okay? Also, there was the Cannabis Thanksgiving. We wanted to say thank you from everyone at the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science for sharing our posts, for liking our page, and for doing everything that you do in the community for the Gift of Life Community Home and all of our other sponsors. So we wanted to say happy Thanksgiving. So November the 25th is a happy day and a time to remember and embrace the people who are already present in our family. I'm very grateful for everything, especially to our families. All right, so there's Big Shot Entertainment, the Holistic Society, Sanitize My Empire, the Gift of Life Community Home, I Got Your Back, Neuromuscular Massage Therapy, Ocean's Best CMOS, and NTH Credit, and along with the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science, we're all giving you all a happy Thanksgiving that passed, and thanks for, indigenous people. Wanted to shout them out for Indigenous People Day. If you were Indian and you celebrated not Thanksgiving but Indigenous People Day, we wanted to shout you out as well. My grandmother was an Indian, so yes, all of the Native Native Americans, indigenous people. We want to, give y'all props because y'all were here, right? There was already people here, right? In the Americas before Christopher Columbus came.
So is.
Go on and say what you gonna say.
I'm just saying. Maybe the situation would have been a little different if the people who was already here would have been a little tighter with the security.
No. All right, well, tighter with the security, says Mr. Henderson. All right, so we do have a special guest for the show today who's going to talk to us about her wonderful business and her podcast. All right, so we have with us today Miss Yolanda, the herbal trucker Bennett. All right. So thanks for that. We're going to have her on the show here soon, but we're going to actually have her on the phone call for the show this time. So hello, Miss Herbal Tucker, Miss Yolanda Bennett. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
We're doing great. Thank you. We appreciate you for joining the call with us today. And we're going to have you on the show next time. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you do. And we're showing your photos online now. So if you want to share, you can share. And go ahead and let us know what you got going on.
Oh, actually, I'm with, initially we started the Georgia Medical Cannabis Society a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Our mission at the time was to assist indigent patients obtain their medical cannabis oil. Mm-hmm. At the time, that was a big task. Mm-hmm. And as you all know, in the beginning of them saying that, hey, we can go ahead and have medical cannabis oil here in Georgia for the patients, but they didn't have an outlet, they didn't have a plan. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to aid in that plan because at the time, the people who assumed the risk to provide the medication for the patients in need, they had prices that were extremely high. And at the time, we were fortunate enough to be able to afford it for ourselves, but we knew that there were patients out there that could not afford the product. And so we started the nonprofit, the Georgia Medical Cannabis Society, and our mission in the beginning was, hey, we're going to go ahead and provide this, and we thought because they had been approved here in Georgia that we would be able to provide the medical cannabis oil for the patients. But we found out with a rude awakening from the federal government, the IRS. Because like I said, it was all new for us. We had to apply for a 501c3. We are a 501c3, but we had to go ahead and revamp our organization because of that, because we wanted to continue our mission. Mm-hmm. But at the time, we could not provide the medical cannabis oil anymore for the patients because we're operating, we are self-funded right now because with banks not giving cannabis-related organizations or businesses bank accounts, it's difficult for us to raise money. So basically, we're funding ourselves. And it's a lot of money that goes out and just to provide this, and we're operating because we actually care about the patients and stuff because they're the forgotten ones. We call them the forgotten ones because the underserved and the underprivileged people are not getting what they need right now because they don't have the money. If you don't have the money, then a lot of times you end up being lost in the crowd. Yes. And so we're just trying to shed the light and to say, hey, look, we care, we're here for you. And we're trying to assist them, and we assist them by referring them to different doctors here that actually conduct the medical cannabis evaluation. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm just rambling, but as far as answering the question for patients to call in, or we have a website that people can fill out the form and we'll get back with them. But I do want to let the patients know that it is sometimes it takes us some time to answer sometimes because we're patients ourselves and we're still just trying to find our way, in a lot of this stuff. And it actually costs. And, that's just basically it. So it's hard to keep up with the patients that are actually calling in to get back with them immediately because basically it's just a couple of us that are answering calls and emails. So as we tell people, please be patient, we will get back with you. We just want to, relieve some of the pressure from some of the people out here.
Wow.
Because when you're sick, you don't want to have to try and figure out how can I find a doctor to recommend cannabis or find these services. And we're just trying to facilitate that for these people. And, we're doing it from our heart because we don't want people to go through what we went through in the beginning. We want to provide the best education possible as far as giving them doctors who are informed about the benefits of cannabis.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Awesome. So, what I want to know is why is it that people are not catching the hold of the benefits that cannabis holds and and helps people with? And how many patients you say give you a call on a daily or a weekly basis asking you about how to get the medical cannabis cards or how to get the oil? Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's quite a few, and ever since the licenses have been awarded, the licenses were awarded a couple of months ago, and right now you all know that right now it's in litigation as far as trying to provide, the oil for the patients. The transparency and stuff wasn't there for that's what's holding up the process right now, and the patients are reaching out. It's like, hey, we need help, and we get a multitude of calls daily, and it's like with the Cannabis message, that the stem from that is because so many patients may call and leave a message, and if I call back, they may say, hey, no, I didn't call, but they would in turn keep me on the phone for, an hour or so, just asking questions about this plant.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not laughing about it in that sense. It's just the fact that the stigma is so strong about this plant that so many people, they're in the closet. They want to know, but they don't want people to know that they want to know. So we basically just go ahead and just handle them with care. Basically, we have to let people know that this is a safe space. If you want to come here, you want to ask questions, because we're not HIPAA, but we handle our patients as though it is somewhat, as HIPAA, because we protect our patients' privacy, just like with our Cannabis podcast. If you don't want to say or want to be identified, but you want to share your story, we're there for you. I mean, we protect the identity to the best of our ability. If you choose to go out there and say, hey, I was on the show, hey, that's one thing. Or if you go out there and say, hey, yeah, I called the Georgia Medical Cannabis Society and ask them questions, that's you. We don't share your information. The only type of thing we'll let you know that if you choose to have us contact the doctor for you and have the doctor to call you, that's the extent as we go. You don't even have to share your story about what you need. If you fit the criteria that's listed up under the Georgia Medical THC low dose program, then that's what we go by. If you meet those qualifications and you feel that, then what we do is refer you to a doctor, and not saying that we're saying using the term refer. We're just basically recommending this particular doctor, because the doctors that we do have listed on our website are doctors that we've had communications, a conversation with, because I know that when it comes to patient care, you want to make sure that you have a physician. We're concerned about from the front desk all the way to the time that you reach your doctor, because the front desk, like the receptionist, when you call, you get a feel for the practice.
Right.
And the practices that we do have listed on our website are practices that we've actually talked to and we have confidence in, because we're patients ourselves and we don't want to have a whole lot of crap when we're sick. You don't want to talk to, just have people to make you feel bad, make you feel worse when you call the doctor.
Right.
No, you want somebody to take care of your needs and give you some type of resolution to your issue.
Right. Well, great. That is right up our alley. That is exactly what we do, except for I am one of the doctors, and we have a staff of doctors that we refer as well to get cards. So our students now at the Atlanta Academy and the Gift of Life are now actually medical cannabis health coaches. So they walk them through the process for the first 6 months of them starting their cannabis, especially for the newbies who are, just now starting cannabis for their medication and ditching the pharmaceuticals and starting to say, you know what, let's do medical cannabis. This is something that has been around for years before it was actually, prohibited from sale in the pharmaceutical industry. So we appreciate everything you do. Now you have a cross-reference. You can contact us. You can actually work with our students that are graduated. They'll be on the show next week, so you all will get to meet all of our graduates who are now medical cannabis health coaches, and they're actually working with patients. We've been getting calls, and they walk them through getting their cards and getting the process, and that would be something we could work together, and I can help you with that funding part as well. We have a lot of funders who is funding nonprofits, so for my nonprofit partners that know what I'm talking about, this is something that you would love to get into when it comes to raising money for the nonprofit and what you're doing, because it's very important.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is, because my pocketbook, my wife's pocketbook, has taken a big hit because, like I say, I'm actually Social Security disabled, and my wife, she works. Okay. And knowing that if you're on Social Security, you don't make as much money. No, but the thing is, it's our passion that's driving us to want to take care of these patients, because I know that there's so many out there that are forgotten and, been left to the side. And so we want to be able to provide a place or, somewhere that they can get some. And that sounds really great because, hey, we definitely need to get with some of your students who's graduated to answer some of these calls over here.
Yes, they would love to. They've already started taking patients, and it's exciting to see that, they've started their businesses, because I teach them to start their own businesses and their own practice. And then if they want to work for the organizations, they can actually be subcontractors for the organizations. And so, it's an amazing thing to see them going forward in their dreams and their passion. And so what is your mission? Again, let everyone know what your mission is. And we have a short clip of the podcast that you're doing. I want to hear about that as well.
Okay. Our mission at this time, our mission is to remove and to destroy the stigma associated with cannabis. Because if you remove it, then it can be placed back on it. But if you remove and to destroy the cannabis, the stigma associated with cannabis, then you don't have to worry about it ever returning. Because when it initially started, it started because of racism and bigotry. And it started back in, 1937, because right after Prohibition ended, then they said, hey, we got to find something else to have something, that generate money and funding from, and let's go ahead and criminalize the Mexicans and the blacks. And that's exactly what, I'm not making this up. This is history. You look up Anslinger. Look up Harry Anslinger. He's the one. He's the father of Canashane. So, yes, he is the father. He's the orchestrator of Canashane. So he allowed this to happen, to put forth this mission. It's like, okay, look, let's go ahead and remove it.
Yes.
You know, a lot of lives have been saved from this plant.
Yes,
Too many lives have been incarcerated. Too many lives have been destroyed because of this plant, too.
Yes.
You got the ones that's been locked up for the
Yes.
same plant that people are making money off of. So that's why I said it's about the poor and the underserved,
Yes.
the forgotten ones. With the forgotten ones, I'm sorry, I'm ranting again. I'm sorry, my bad. As we say on that, I didn't come here to preach, but since I'm here, let me go ahead and get this out here. It's just the fact that what we have to do as a community, and the thing about it is, yes, we might be new to this fight. We're new to this fight because, hey, I had a stigma against it. I had an issue against cannabis. So yeah, I get it.
You understand?
Yes.
Not me.
So yeah, I get it. So it's like I can relate. I walked in those shoes. I always put myself in the shoes. I say, hey, I'm kind of like Forrest Gump. I don't walk in many shoes, which is true.
Yes.
So basically, I was a can of shamer.
Yes.
And now, whether or not I'm a can of shamee. But the thing about it is, we're going to go ahead and remove and to destroy that stigma so that more patients will come out the closet. You got so many patients that are losing so many people are losing their kids. We have those kind of refugees that are going over there spending this excessive money just to save their kids' lives. It's something bigger to this. Whether it's adult use or whether it's medical use, it doesn't matter. It needs to be free.
Yes, it does.
If I can go to the store and purchase some strawberries and tomatoes, then I should be able to go to the store and purchase cannabis. If I want to grow that from home, I should be able to grow it from home.
There you go. There you go. I love it. You are absolutely correct. As a naturopathic doctor, my study is herbs, vitamins, minerals, nutrients, supplements. I mean, and cannabis was like one of my number one things to study because of the health benefits. And I study plant medicine. That's all I know in my field of study. So when I went ahead and got my degree, I started asking my instructors, I was like, well, are we going to talk about cannabis? Or are we going to talk about that herb? And it was almost like everybody was ashamed to talk about cannabis. And I said, you know what, I'm not. And so those are the same people who are getting ready to try to work with us now and try to get everything started. So I'm glad that you are actually stepping out and you're doing the podcast. Congratulations on your new podcast. Congratulations on your and tell my buddies I said hello, Tiana and Erica. Love you guys. I'm so proud of you.
I want to let you all know we will be back in 2022 because, like, right now, we're trying to get things together. I'm going to take my hat off to you, Dr. Henderson, and Hen. We're going to, Bishop, what'd you say? What you say you calling yourself today? You calling today, but
the Reverend.
Reverend, we just want to let you know that I had to go off to you because you all do this thing every week, and it's a lot of work.
Yes,
a lot of work. And like I say, and you're a patient yourself, and you're able to continue to keep pushing. All I keep telling people, keep pushing. You got to keep pushing this because it's like it's going to take the momentum to keep this thing going.
Yes, don't never stop the momentum because we got it going. If anybody stops it, then we might as well give up. Me and Mr. Henderson was talking about it, how we should have been out there protesting like they did for the Black Lives Matter over at the Capitol and not stopping, not giving up. When we pushed our kids in at the epileptic the House Bill 324 under the Gold Dome, we should not have stopped that momentum. It should not have ended COVID. I understand COVID happened. They started taking people to jail, I think, because of something was going on. But we should not stop that momentum. We need to get back out there and start that, rallying back up again because the change is not come yet for that. And this is important.
It's not
this
too
is just
late.
Important. Exactly, yeah. So we want to thank you.
Plenty of room.
Yeah, so we want to thank you again for joining us today. And like I said, we're going to show that clip on the podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. And we hopefully can get all of you all together on the show so you all can all come on the show together and talk about your podcast. And we want to go on your podcast as well.
Definitely, you're definitely invited. We definitely want you.
All right. Well, shouts out to the family. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And we're going to play this, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a great one.
All right. You too.
About it. It's like we don't care your religion. We don't care. I hear you, Kiari. We don't care about any of that other stuff. We got one common goal, is to free this plant. Free the victims of the victimless crime. Repay them for all the time that they serve. This is what our ultimate goal. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna make y'all money, y'all big corporations, y'all gonna make y'all money. But free the plant, free the people. Wait, excuse me. Free the people, free the plant. Same time. Let them go. Give them their money for the time served. And
That's awesome. Canashame.com. Amen. She was preaching there. There you go. Free the plant, free the people, send their money, because they need reparations after they get out of jail on those cannabis charges. All right, so we got Miss Yolanda back. Honey, can you give us a strain of the day? What we forgot to ask. We always ask our guests, what's the strain of the week?
The strain of the week, I'm going to tell you one strain that I love that smells delicious. Oh, my goodness. Whoo! Mango.
All right.
That mango kush.
Mango kush.
Mango kush.
All right. Now, you got to tell us about the mango kush. Is it an indica or a sativa?
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm praying that I just know it works. I just know. And the thing about it is, the reason why I say that is just, and I'm going to be honest with you, out here they can tell you it's a strain or whatever. I'm just going by what was told to me, because that's why we need the regulations so we can understand exactly what this plant is and stuff like that. They could tell you, hey, this is shoe polish, whatever they want to call it, but it doesn't matter. It's just like, hey, whatever it is, it had a sweet smell and it smelled good and it worked.
And it works.
So I believe they told me it was a hybrid, but I'm not a connoisseur just yet. But like I said, I'm brand new. I just started in 2017.
All right, there you go. You will be. You will be. All right. So I want you all to come over and take our class. I know Erica's already came over. She's a graduate, so shouts out. And maybe y'all can get some more information and up-to-date information as well. All right, well, that is awesome. And is there a number for everyone to reach you in case they want to talk to you?
Okay, they can reach us for the Georgia Medical Cannabis Society. They can reach us at georgiamcs.org, and they can fill out the contact form, or they can give us a call at the office at 678-403-8965. Again, the number is 678-403-8965. And like I say, we're patients ourselves and limited volunteers. Yes. And so if you leave a message and it takes us a while to get back to you, just be patient.
Yes.
And if you leave an email, we're going to get back to you. Because like I say, we know what it's like being a patient. And you never know. But we will be opening back up again on Tuesday.
Okay.
On Tuesday. We'll be back in the office Tuesday at 9 a.m.
All right.
And so since she gave out the birthday shout-outs, I had a birthday to myself. Woo!
Awesome.
I think I share the same day with your daughter, the 25th.
Oh, well, good. You sure do. Thanksgiving this year. So we want to wish you a wonderful, happy belated birthday, and as well as everyone else for November. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming on the show. And again, you will be back. So this is just the first time around, all right?
Sounds good.
All right. Talk to you soon. Goodbye now.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that is that you all heard all of that awesomeness that's going on here in Georgia with the Georgia Medical Society. All right, so next we have going on a lot of information about what's going on. So we had a breaking news story. The daughter of Malcolm X was found dead in her Brooklyn home. So that was a tragedy. Rest in peace.
Aww. She looks just like him.
She does. She looks just like him. Oh.
All right.
Mm-hmm. See what else we got. Tina Turner had a birthday, so big shouts out to Miss Tina.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Tina.
birthday.
They say you lied on Ike though.
Oh gosh, there you go. Keenan and Kel says that Coolio introduced them to weed backstage at all that.
Look at him snitching on Coolio.
Snitching, dry snitching.
Try snitching on Coolio.
Well,
Bruh,
hey,
you too old for the Me Too movement.
Yeah, well, you know what? We hope that it was just something that they were saying it was a positive thing, because we do know that cannabis was positive. It's positive, okay? There's kids, we have them that have health benefits that actually need cannabis.
Weed, yeah.
So they may have actually needed it. All right.
Dry snitching though. 3 men found guilty of felony murder in the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. See you later.
That was stupid. I just really want to say, you 3 are
That
the
was
jackasses of the day.
Ooh.
Y'all just as stupid. Check this out. The dude on the end, on the right side with the dark glasses on, the younger of the 3, said that he was in fear of his life and he tried to use the self-defense argument. When you the one with the gun, you ain't defending yourself from anything. You're actually hunting.
You're hunting.
The dad said, okay, if it would have been a self-defense or stand your ground situation, then that in order to make a citizen's arrest, a crime has to be committed in front of you. One more time.
In front of you.
The crime has to be committed in the front of you. So that means if they would have caught him coming out of a window, then the story could have been different. The outcome would have been different.
Right.
But because the shooter was actually laying on the couch in the house, no arrest. The dad was sitting on the porch, but he was working on something. So the only thing he saw was the dude running.
Right. Yeah.
And the dude that shot the video, the guy that was in the middle of that photo, the guy who shot the video, did he try to do anything to stop it? So definitely,
He was recording.
So definitely no crime was committed there.
We got to tell
They all received
thanks.
life charges.
Yeah, but we got to
Murder
say
charges.
thanks for that video, because had we not actually seen that video, how many verdicts would have been guilty?
I don't know, man. I think actually, even if the video wouldn't have came out,
I don't know.
the way that the dad and the son felt about what they did, it wouldn't have mattered about the video, because that particular, I think that version of their story still would have been the same version of the story.
Right. But you know, there was so much cover-ups. The district attorney or someone is still facing
course.
charges for trying to cover up the fact of the matter, what happened. And because they were all in law enforcement.
No, she's actually, she was charged in one county for obstruction.
Obstruction.
And so they tried to bring obstruction charges on her in this county, and they haven't been able to do that yet. But she was charged with obstruction.
Okay.
And as far as just the overall handling of the case, the trying to get the civil rights people barred from the courtroom.
I know, wasn't that sad?
It was that kind of stuff.
Jesse Jackson, they was trying to get him not to come inside, from what I heard, and all of the people in the NAACP and
Yeah, and I understand all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
the all-white jury.
That didn't look good. Yeah, but you have to consider where you at. You know what I'm saying? When you go to court and you have a jury trial, you're supposed to have a jury of your peers.
But of mixed peers, though, isn't it?
It don't even say that. It say a jury of your peers.
Well, we need to change some more laws, y'all. We talk about cannabis on this show, but we talk about a lot of laws that are out there that is on the books that really actually need to be changed. And Miss King, Dr. King, the daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King, actually spoke out about that this morning on the Al Sharpton show. And we were amazed at the things that she was saying.
All right, normal in the media, federal. Here's what's in the new GOP-led marijuana legalization bill. In Ohio, Normal Others expressed support for statewide bill expanding medical cannabis access in Ohio. In Virginia, the GOP leaders have little choice but to move forward with legislating retail cannabis sales in the state. So if you're trying to get into the cannabis business, you might want to take a look in Virginia. If you live in Georgia, you might want to take a look in Virginia.
Right.
California, all right, 5 years after adult use legalization law continues to shape the cannabis industry in the state and in the nation. All right, everybody got their eyes on California. LEARN, L-E-A-R-N is an acronym. It's a THC breathalyzer technology that they are trying to come out with to be able to help law enforcement people who pull you over and they want to see how high you are or how much THC you have, right? Because there's a lot of controversy over actually drawing the blood, which will not always allow results to be used in court. All right? Now, we need your action. Repeal prohibition. Tell your representative to support the Historic MORE Act. All right? Tell President Biden to follow through on your commitment to expunge marijuana records, right? They still ain't talking about that.
Done it.
Dude that took a break, that had a coloscopy thing up his tutor, gave away the powers to the chick who sponsored the bill, and that chick ain't saying nothing about it. Man, don't get me started on that, bro. Hey, Senate showdown. Tell your senators to engage in forthcoming legislative efforts. All right? Veterans access. Urge your lawmakers to pass the Veterans Medical Marijuana Safe Harbor Act. All right? That's giving the veterans the ability to go to the VA when they go to the doctor's appointment, and the doctor don't be like, oh yeah, I can't tell you about this thing that's gonna help you. I can't tell you about that because that's what that is. All right. So y'all make sure that y'all reach out to the ombudsman at the VA, man. Get on their ass. All right. Nearly 1 in 10 employers dropping drug testing requirements to attract workers. They're even dropping the mandate for the vaccine to attract workers. 9% of respondents acknowledged that they had eliminated job screening or drug tests as a way to either attract or keep their employees. Because don't nobody care if you smoke weed. Don't nobody care if you ate a cookie.
Do your job.
You know what I'm saying? Just do the job, man. I'm a business owner, and that's what I would say if I had employees that participated in cannabis, whether recreationally or for medicine, man. Just don't tear my stuff up and do your job.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Now, clinical trial. All right, it's underway right now. CBD not effective in aiding patients recovering from COVID-19. All right. They're trying to say that just using CBD alone is not going to keep you from COVID-19. Neither is the vaccine, neither is the mask. They'll say that out. Okay.
All right, so the fundraiser is going up, and I wanted to make sure that all nonprofits know about this opportunity. So if you want to go to wootloop.com, Dr. Hen, and go ahead and sign up for the United Fundraising League through eSports, the eSports Amateur Competitors League. This is gaming, you all, for adults, social gaming, okay? You all can raise up to $38,000 in gaming and in the information for collecting funds for your nonprofit organization. We are now staffing for the Super Bowl, so if you're interested, I need names and information about you for a background check by tomorrow, to sometime tomorrow. So if you're interested and you are one of our, sponsors, or you have volunteered in the past and you would like to work as retail or concession at the Super Bowl, we want you to help us out. And the Super Bowl is February the 13th, and we're also staffing for the Pro Bowl in Las Vegas. So if you're interested, join us and give us a call. We also now have 4 days and 3 nights for only $99. So if for the holiday or any time coming up, the new year, you want to celebrate in another state, you can now do so for only $99. And these are 5-star resorts. So Orlando, Cocoa Beach, Gatlinburg, Myrtle Beach, Las Vegas, Branson, Williamsburg, and so on. Please call the 800 number on that letter there and use the code 365-579-53233 and let them know, and that will let them know that we sent you. Ocean's Best Sea Moss shouts out to our wonderful sponsor. Please come by 820 Highway 138 in Riverdale, Georgia to pick up your Ocean's Best Sea Moss. And it is really good. All right, so I believe we have some more information about the school. The school is actually having their classes are going to be starting in January. So January 8th for the Comprehensive Medical Cannabis course at the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science in alliance with the Gift of Life Community Home. So you will get medical cannabis business certifications, medical cannabis dispensary certifications, technician certifications, medical cannabis comprehensive, and cultivation certification. Now, if you take the 5 weeks, you'll get all of those certifications in one comprehensive, but we also now have the medical coaching class, which starts February the 19th, and that is after the first class for the 5 weeks. Now we also have employment opportunities. So we're now having to get staff. So we're needing like administrative assistants. We need recruiters. We need instructors. So if you're interested in employment opportunities, please give us a call. And if you need to take the courses first, for some of those positions will allow you to have the training that you need by taking the course. That would be great. All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the show. And until next time, we'll see you soon.